Well, good morning, everybody. Let's get into this tea. Oh my God. Happy Saturday morning. We are here to sip the tea, separate the facts from the rumors, and try to make sense of it all. Now, I know, y'all know, I don't usually stop what I'm doing, swallow what I'm chewing over internet rumors. There is so much made up stuff floating around on social media these days that most of it isn't even worth repeating. Most of it comes and goes without a shred of evidence. And I don't like to build a story on gossip alone, but honey, this one made me pause. Not because I'm saying it's true, but because of who is making the claims, what they're alleging, and how detailed the story is. Oh my God, if there's any truth to it, it could completely change how some viewers, like myself, look at the cast of Married at First Sight season 20. Now, before we go any further, I want to say something and I want to make it very clear. Today's video discusses statements that were made publicly by a TikTok creator by the name of Portia DeShannon. As of this time, right now, during this recording, okay, this video, I have not independently verified these claims, and the individual involved have not publicly confirmed them. Everything we're discussing should be and will be treated as an allegation unless and until they're supported by credible evidence or confirmed by those involved. And this video that I'm going to be showing y'all is for commentary discussion and entertainment purposes under the principles of fair use. My goal is not to accuse, harass, or defame anyone. If additional information becomes available, I'll gladly update this story. With that said, let's get into it. A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, to my new system reviews. All of y'all who have been here through the long. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for auntie advice. Sweet old. It's time for auntie advice. It's time for auntie advice. So, welcome back, everybody. Let's get into this tea. Shall we? Oh, yes, we shall. Now, you all know that I cover Married at First Sight, have been covering it from episode 1, season 1, day 1, A1. And a lot of times there's a lot of controversy that goes on. According to this TikTok creator, they allegedly knew one of the new Married at First Sight season 20 cast members before filming. They claimed the two of them once worked together to convince a production company they were a legitimate couple in hopes of being cast on a television show. The creator, Miss Shannon, also makes additional claims about the cast member's personal life that have sparked a lot of conversation online. Those claims remain unverified. So today we're going to focus on exactly what was said, what can be independently confirmed, and what questions still remain. Because y'all know how we do over here. We don't convict people in the comment section and we don't treat allegations as fact. We examine the information, separate what we know from what we don't know, and let you decide what you think. So grab your snack, your coffee, your lunch, wherever you are, and let's get into this tea. I'm about to play this video. Are y'all ready? Let's get into it.
I know one of the men on the new season of Married at First Sight, and I'm pretty sure he's gay. Okay, so let me just start off by saying I was going to come on here and say exactly who this man was. But then after consulting with one of my gay friends, he said that perhaps he's not out of the closet yet and that I shouldn't out him. Understood. I won't out him. But I think most of us know who this man is if you watch the first couple episodes. And if you haven't watched it, or if you don't suspect anyone yet, you'll know who I'm speaking of as this.
Do y'all know?
Because I don't think that this is something he's going to be able to keep inside throughout filming. Okay, so this was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I met him on a dating app. I am someone who often dates outside of my city. I've been doing that for maybe 6, 7 years now. I had the location for Hinge set in, I think it was New York at the time. He and I matched, and we began talking via the app for a couple days, and then we exchanged phone numbers, and we spoke over the phone for a couple days. During this time, when we spoke over the phone, his voice seemed the way it seems now on the show. So I just thought, okay, he's a very professional, educated man. I like that. Didn't bother me. Like, he spoke proper, but it wasn't like too feminine or anything. Cool. Then I think we video chatted in some kind of way. And while video chatting, he said to me that he had a proposition for me. And I was like, okay, what's up? And he was like, I've been approached to go on a reality show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. And he was like, the reality show is about couples who are long distance dating. And I was like, oh, okay. He was telling me like about how much money they made, and he was trying to like launch a reality show career. And he was like, I just feel like you'd be perfect for it. And I was like, well, I would be. I am very much someone who should be on reality TV. Okay, I just have that personality. And so basically he was like, let's just pretend like we've been together longer than we have. At this point, we knew each other like 4 or 5 days. Okay, don't judge me. Don't judge me. This is my story. Don't judge me. We had known each other like 4 or 5 days, and he was like, let's just pretend that we've been together for a while and that we're long distance dating. And he was like, and the reason why I'm asking you now is because the producers want me to audition for this show in like maybe a week or so, or a few days or so. And I was like, okay. Like, yeah, let's go scam these producers out of some money. Sure, let's go get on a reality show and put our acting skills to good use. Fine, that's cool with me. So I was down with it. Okay, I was like, yeah, we can fake and pretend. We had like separate phone calls with the casting agents, and then we had like, I believe, a joint phone call with them. It was like a Zoom, and we made up some stuff. I don't even know how we said, but we made up some stuff. But we didn't say anything like drastic. We just said like we've known each other for a couple months. We met on a dating app. And I think they asked us like, what was the biggest constraint in your relationship? And we just said long distance, because that's the whole premise of the show. And that was it. Okay. This is maybe like 5 or 6 days into knowing each other. So after that, he ended up flying in to Atlanta. He has family that lives in Atlanta, and he flew to Atlanta, and I met him. He was in some type of like band or something. I don't know, but I met him at a church. It was like after hours at the church. They were having rehearsals or something. Something was going on, but it was other people there. Like, it was other people at the church. Now, remember I said he has like a persona, like the same persona he's putting on right now on the show. That's what I knew up until this point. He didn't seem like flamboyant or anything. So it was like at nighttime, after hours at this church. Other people were there. He comes out to the parking lot to get me, and he starts skipping up to my car.
Not skipping. And that's when I was like,
huh. What's going on here? Mind you, while we're scamming these reality show people to get on this show, we still are like interested in one another. You know what I mean? Up until this point, we're still interested in one another. So the plan was to date, like to really date. He starts skipping up to my car, like literally skipping up to my car. And I remember what he was wearing. He had on plaid pants and like a bright colored shirt. I don't remember if it was like orange or pink or red, but it was a bright colored shirt. But he had on plaid pants, plaid, and they were very fitted pants. So I'm watching this man
like
plaid, tight ass pants and this bright colored shirt skip up to my car. He's skipping, and so I was like, eyes were huge. And so then he walks up to me. He gives me a hug. He's like, "Can I give you a hug?" So we hug, and immediately I said to myself, he's gay. This man is gay. And it's not even the type of gay that it's like you can hide. This is gay. It's gay.
Now these are her opinions.
And I was like, wow, okay. Like, whatever. In my mind, I've clocked out. Okay, there's no more trying to make a relationship here. There's no more like any of that. Can we go on the reality show and pretend? Sure. I'm an excellent actress. Okay. listen, I did theater arts in high school and college. I can pull this off. Okay. So I go inside
Wow.
the church, and there's like music happening and a lot of people in there. Not like a lot of people, but maybe like 20, 30 people in there walking around. So,
Mhm.
he's in there, and I'm a very observant person. So I just watched him. I observed him, while he was playing his instruments and talking to other people. I observed him and just like watched, what drew his attention. Where did his eyes go in the room? His eyes
Wow.
went to other men a lot of times in the room,
Wow.
like a lot of times. And there was one time in particular where he and I were face to face speaking. And mind you, I was wearing a form fitted, like I knew I was going to a church. So I was still, I looked appropriate, but I had on a form
Mhm.
fitted like bodycon skirt, and I had on like an off the shoulder top or whatever, and heels. Um, we were talking, we were face to face. And as he's talking, all of a sudden I noticed him do this as a man walks by.
Oh my God.
Then this same man goes around the room or does something, and I notice him do this. He was locked in on that man, so that
Oh
immediately
my
was making me be
God.
like, So I'm just sitting there at this point, like, okay, I know what this is, and you know what? It didn't bother me. It did not bother me at all. Like I'm not invested at this point. I knew this man like a week. I'm not invested in anything. We already established that we're gonna con these people and make them believe that we've been in a long distance relationship for 2 months. Like I don't care. Do you, boo? I don't care. He really could have came out and told me at that moment. I would not have cared. I was still gonna do the show. We was gonna fake it till we make it, child. That I promise you, I did not care. But I quickly realized that his in person persona was totally different from his on the phone facade. Okay, like I think what we're
Wow.
seeing right now in the show is the facade that I was shown the first week before we met in person. It was a
Wow.
facade, like he was trying to reserve himself. He was trying to but after a while, especially when we met in person, he was unable to do that. He couldn't control it. He
Mm.
couldn't contain it. You know what I mean? It just came out. So the last thing I heard about the reality show, one of the casting agents called me or something. And then the next thing I heard, they decided to cancel. One of the last things that I remember talking to him about, this may have been our last conversation, but I can't be for sure. It was a long time ago, but it was one of the last things. He called me up one day and he was like, Portia, you'll never believe what I'm doing right now. And I was like, what? Mind you, this voice is very high pitched. I was like, what? He was like, I'm at a block party in Harlem and I'm dancing in the rain.
What?
I was like, okay. He was
What?
like, no, I'm literally dancing in the rain. Oh, I love life. I swear, when he said I love life, it sounded like he twirled. I can't prove that because we were on the phone, but it sounded like he twirled. I love life. Like arms completely stretched, twirling in the rain. Nonetheless, listen, I would not be making this video right now if it weren't for the fact that I just feel like Married at First Sight is not the show to play on. Like I know he and I were gonna play and fake and pretend to go on this reality show, pretend like we were in a relationship. We had an understanding and it only affected us. It wouldn't have affected anyone else. You know what I mean? No one else is getting lied to except for, the producers. But like there's not an innocent bystander that will be severely harmed from this. On Married at First Sight, they have a reputation of pairing women, especially black women, with very unserious men. Okay? They have a history of that. And I just feel like this woman, I don't know her story or whatever, but you don't want to play with someone's hope like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is her
Wow.
hope. She
Wow.
probably really wants this. She seems like she really does. You know what I mean? This may be her last chance in a lot of situations. I don't think you should play with that. I don't. I just don't. I don't think this is the show that you should lie on. And if you lie to be on a reality show, I don't see anything wrong with that. But I don't think this is the show that you should do that on because this severely impacts somebody's life. This is her hope that we're talking about. Don't take their hope away. This isn't the show to play with on this. If it were any other show that he went on, probably wouldn't care. I wouldn't even be making this video. I'd watch it and just be like, oh, that's such and such. This is not the show to do that on. So I don't know what happens in their relationship, in their marriage or whatever, but I hope that she is able to get out without being severely emotionally hurt from it.
That was a lot. What do y'all think downtown in the comment section? Now remember, these are her allegations. Nothing has been verified by either one. I reached out to her when I saw it and my mouth was hanging on the ground, and she gave me permission to share her video. I don't know what's true, what's not. I'm just reporting the news. I ain't the news. Well, y'all, what do y'all think? Did MAFS, Married at First Sight, season 20, get bamboozled? Hoodwink? Could this possibly be true? And if so, how does that affect Nikki? How does that affect Nikki as as someone who appears to genuinely have wanted love out of this? Now I've been watching right now. Oh my goodness, what is the name of the show? It's on Netflix. I've been engrossed in it thinking that I'm going to cover it, but I've been so busy. I'm going to be covering Mapes today, introducing the cast, and then talking about episode 1, 2, and 3. So make sure your notification bells are on so that when I go live, you go live right along with me. I have been watching, let me pull it up, The Ultimatum on Netflix. And honey, my mouth is on the ground. A lot of these reality shows, I think that they probably need to vet these people better. I don't know really what the process is for vetting these cast members, but according to Portia, they had already, allegedly, according to her, conspired to be on another show together. There's currently a young man who is on Married at First Sight right now, who's already been on 2 reality shows, and now he's on this one where he's not dating, he's actually married to somebody. I don't know what's true, what's not. Like I said, I'm just reporting the news. Y'all let me know downtown in the comment section what you think about it. Please do not leave hate comments or anything like that. They will be deleted immediately. And not only to be deleted, you will be, okay, out the door. This is a lot for a Saturday morning. I haven't even had breakfast yet. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Until the next time. Y'all be safe out there in them streets and in the water.